On today's episode, I'm going to show you why this mound of dirt is so interesting. Words I thought I'd never say. Keep it here. All right, gonna do a little walk and talk here. Excuse the noise, but the noise is why I'm here. Because over here, you can see this giant plot of land, right? And they're working on grading it, making it level. Why is this interesting? This is now gonna be the site of a Tesla service center and delivery center in Santa Clarita, California. This is pretty huge because it sits right in the middle of an auto mall. Doing a little research, yes, there are some that are at auto malls, but for the most part, Tesla service centers and delivery centers are kind of off on their own. But check this out. This is a big piece of land. It's actually a double lot. If memory serves, this was both a Hyundai dealership as well as a Hummer dealership at one point. I forget what was here most recently. I think it was just used cars. But it's a double plot of land, and they have broken ground, as you can see, and they're already flattening the land. I first got wind of this project a few months ago when a Tesla service guy came out to my house. I had a fog light all full of water, replaced it for free, no problem. Those guys are based out of Van Nuys, California, to service the Santa Clarita area, and he let it slip that there was a service center coming to Santa Clarita, and delivery center for the most part, but I don't know if it's so much more for delivery as it is maybe a showroom these days, because cars, Teslas are, delivered to your house a lot. I'm not saying they always are, but it's going to be nice to have a double lot. This is going to be a huge, huge plot of land, a huge, I don't want to say dealership, because Tesla owns all of their locations, so it's more like a Tesla store and not a privately owned dealership. Affiliate-related kind of situation that we've seen in the past. So again, I got the word of this this happening a few months ago. The guy let it slip. I'm like, oh really? But I couldn't confirm it, couldn't figure it out, couldn't do anything about a video or anything like that. And then the local media started reporting on it, local websites, newspapers. So I figured I'd drive down. It's real close to my house, see what's going on, and clearly they have not only broken ground, but they're working at a pretty nice pace. So right now, like I said, the Santa Clarita area is covered by the Van Nuys Service Center. That is not a showroom, it's just service only, and then they distribute mobile techs. The guy that came out to my house said that they started with one tech for this area. Then it's been snowballing. I think they said they're up to like 6 for the area. It was 4, then 5, and so the area is a huge Tesla market. I mean, there are Teslas everywhere. We can't drive anywhere without seeing 50 of them. And I'm not exaggerating. It's a lot of Teslas in this area. It's a little weird that a city of 250,000 people is getting a Tesla store, showroom, service center. But at the same time, if you see the amount of Teslas in the area, maybe it's not so much. Now, having done a little research on a map as well, right now we are being serviced by either Van Nuys or Burbank, California, both of which are a little bit of a drive. About 7 years ago, Tesla wanted a location in our mall. They wanted a storefront, much like an Apple store, show off their different models, show off the different, trim levels, paint, that sort of thing. And that never worked out because our local government says you can't sell cars, that area was not, zoned for selling cars. So they had to be in the auto mall, which I guess explains why they're currently leveling this stuff behind me in an auto mall, which you can see down that way. There it is. So we're in the middle of a traditional auto mall. Right across the street, we've got a Lexus dealer, we've got a Kia dealer, I could see a Mazda down the road. Of course, Chevy and Ford are over my shoulders. I'll take you down the drive. This is Auto Mall Road. So yeah, definitely an interesting spot for Tesla. And it's going to service a wide area. Like I said, I think it's designed for not only the Santa Clarita area, but the surrounding areas, maybe the northern San Fernando Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster. It seems to be, if you look at the mapping out of all the different service centers, they don't really want them more than 10 miles apart in an urban area like this. Santa Clarita sits in northern LA County. We didn't have one. So this is going to be great. And they, the Tesla tech that came out to my house also said that the mobile techs, they're not going to do away with that. They're just going to be based out of what's behind me here. So local Tesla techs will be able to work out of this location and still handle this area doing mobile things. And for the most part, those mobile techs are handling all of the minor issues that we may come across with our cars. And I think I've had a mobile tech out maybe 5 times in the last 4 years, maybe 4 times. It's not a lot. Over 2 cars too, by the way, and very, very minor issues. It will be nice to have a full-on service center near my house in case something, bigger happens, and I don't have to drive to Van Nuys or to Burbank. Since this is so close to my house, I'm gonna keep you updated on the progress. It's nice to be here when it was just dirt, and we're gonna follow the progress along the way. So if you wanna see how this thing progresses, how a Tesla service center / delivery center works from the ground up, I sure would appreciate you liking this video as well as hitting the like and subscribe. It only takes you a few seconds. It's not a big deal out of your day, but it really means a lot to the channel and means a lot to me. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I would totally appreciate that. So we're gonna keep an eye on this mound of dirt for the long haul. I don't think it's gonna take that long to complete, to be honest. We're gonna see this mound of dirt turn into a Tesla service center that's gonna look like this, assuming, something like this anyway. And the Santa Clarita area is gonna have their own service center and delivery center and the surrounding areas as well. So this is good news for everybody. And I like the gutsy attitude that Tesla is bringing this right to an auto mall. Again, there are others, but right to an auto mall, right in the thick of things. People are gonna be driving, looking for cars and go, oh, well, I don't know if I've considered a Tesla before. Well, now that there's a store, let's drop in and take a look and see what they're all about while we're looking at Chevys and Fords and Lexus and all that other stuff. So it's definitely going to be a different buying experience. Tesla traditionally gets most of their sales online. And so this is going to be for those that are, window shopping, so to speak, looking for a car on a Sunday afternoon or whatever. And this will be right in the middle of everything. So right across the street is our actual mall. As you can see here by this sign, it's the Valencia Auto Center, Santa Clarita. This major road right here is Magic Mountain Parkway. If you're familiar with the area, Magic Mountain is, real close, a couple miles away. That's a theme park for Six Flags. And so it faces this major street, and it begins right here. So they're gonna have a Tesla storefront on a major street on one side. And of course, on this other side, it backs into or faces the auto mall. So every couple weeks or so, I'm gonna head over here, again, not very far from my house, and I'm gonna check on the progress, see how things are going, see exactly how long it takes to build a service center. Today is June 8th, 2023, and so we'll do some update videos throughout the year of 2023, and this is basically at literally ground level. See, I mean, it's, they're leveling the ground right now. And we'll see exactly how long it takes and check out the progress and get excited and all that fun stuff. All right, so I'm going to take you through our auto mall in Valencia, California, Santa Clarita, California, from one end to the other and show you exactly where the Tesla, the new, well, it's a mound of dirt now, but the new Tesla service center and showroom is going to be. At this end, at the far end of the auto mall, we've got Honda on our left, and we've got Porsche over here on our right. And we're going to need to cross this street here, Valencia Boulevard. And auto mall is what we're talking about. Oh, that's a Porsche Taycan charging right there. And a Bolt. That's cool. So Porsche over here on our right. Honda was back there. And then there's a little bit of a gap here. All right, here we go. I keep calling it Auto Mall Drive. It's actually Creekside, but everybody, I think, calls it Auto Mall because there's an auto mall here. So here we go. Chevrolet left. Toyota right. We've got the Chrysler group over here. Chrysler, Dodge. Ford is beyond that over on the left-hand side. As we drive further in, you see the giant Ford logo, which is now going to be somewhat related to Tesla. At least they're going to be using our Tesla Superchargers. Audi on the right over here. I believe Lexus is coming up. So, I mean, every make and model you could imagine. And so people, like I mentioned, driving on a Sunday looking for a car, before, this was their choice. We got Subaru over here on the left, Acura, Buick coming up, Lexus. Now, they're going to see over to the left here that they can stop in and check out a Tesla, which is great. This is, I mean, this is how people are used to buying cars, right? This is the old school way, I get it, but it's going to be right here to the left where it says Upright Construction. That is the location of the Tesla service center. Over here on the right, we've got Kia, Mazda, and that's a fairly new Kia, if I recall. I forget what was there before. Mazda's up here, Hyundai is after that, and man, they are really pushing the Ioniq 5, all lined up and ready to buy. So just driving through the auto mall, you can see Tesla's right there in the middle of it. Yep, there they are, Ioniqs, just a row of them right up front. That's pretty awesome to see. Love seeing electric cars. I mean, it's the first thing you see. That's awesome. Why did Tesla choose Santa Clarita for a service center is probably a question that's popping into your head right now. And the only thing I can come up with, well, there's a few things I can come up with actually, but one of which is we actually have 4 Tesla Supercharger locations in this very tiny area. So to give you an idea of what Santa Clarita is like, we've got a population of about 250,000. It seems higher than that, but that's the official listing. We'll check out Wikipedia here. We're at the Bridgeport Marketplace Supercharger right now. We have, over the years, this was the first, over the years we've had 4 pop up in our area. Driving around the area, there's a ton of Teslas in this area. And so 4 separate locations. I believe we did a count of 68 total. We'll go through the stats here in a second. And not only that, like I said, I think it's going to probably service Palmdale, Lancaster, the northern San Fernando Valley. We'll show you where all the other service centers are in relation to this. Ones we're used to in this area dealing with. Of course, the mobile techs drive up for us, but they come out of Van Nuys, California. That is only a service center. And then you've got Burbank, which also does deliveries. They also do service. So I think this fills a gap. It fills a need, and it's going to be exciting to watch this thing progress from the dirt to grand opening. And I hope I'll be there for that and check that out. I hope I get invited, or I'll at least try to show up and do a ribbon cutting or whatever they do for grand openings. It's going to be exciting to watch the progress. All right, so we are at the official Santa Clarita location, 32 stalls. This started off as a much smaller one with, well, not that much smaller, but what they did do is they added from these 150s that you see here in front of us, just beyond that, where the white Y and black Y are parked, those are the only 250 V3s. Not a lot of people know that, but you can see the flags on top. 150 kilowatts are the V2s, and over beyond there it says 250 kilowatt. If you can see that on the video, I'm not sure. Those are the V3s. So this one is actually expanded in size, and we're looking at a 32 stall. So let's take a look at the area. Like I said, Santa Clarita area has 4 separate locations. Let's see where those are. We are upside down. That's why this is a little disorienting. Here we are. There we go. Okay. So we've got one up here. This is Castaic, which is nearby, and that is a 12 stall. That's a recent one. We've got down here in Newhall, we've got a 16 stall. And then over here by Magic Mountain, it's like right next to Magic Mountain. It's constantly busy because that's only an 8 stall. And we've got 2 more in the works under permit coming near our Target, which is actually near the service center, right across the street from it. There's a Target, and in that lot, there's going to be a new one. And then over by our Smart and Final, which is really not far from our current location, there's going to be a big one installed. So 2 more on the way. We're going to have 6 total in this small area, plus a service center and showroom. This is exciting stuff to see the growth. Thank you so much for watching another edition of Tesla Tips and Trips. I really appreciate it.